935-0994 or visit everythingbrakes.com.
Coming up on First at 4, we'll talk with one family in South Central Kentucky about how they are recovering after losing their home almost 1 year ago in the tornado outbreak. Plus, the crackdown on TikTok by state governments is growing as the FCC commissioner calls for a total ban on the app in the United States.
Plus, it's been a soggy start to December, but the end is in sight for now. The latest on when we can see dry time work in coming up as First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
It's been almost 1 year since deadly tornadoes created a lot of destruction in parts of mainly western Kentucky. Dozens of homes were destroyed or at least heavily damaged in Taylor County. WIMT's Phil Pendleton spoke with one family whose life is still not all back together, but they are optimistic it will be soon.
Taylor County hit very, very hard by the tornado outbreak. There were about 60 homes in this part of Taylor County around Sanders Road, Pleasant Hill Road, either heavily damaged or destroyed. The Wilson family, one of those that had to build a completely new home, and they're about ready to move back in.
Our goal was to try and get our kids here by Christmas, and it's looking like we've got a lot done this week.
It has taken a year to replace the home that was destroyed in December of last year. The Wilsons, along with many of their neighbors, had to rebuild. All that was left of their old home was a foundation. They had walls raised in June, and now just before Christmas, it's almost ready to move into. The past year has been met with numerous challenges and disappointments, but through it all, they are sure their needs will be met. That thankfulness goes all the way back to a year in a plan that had them at a friend's house with a basement when the tornado hit.
I don't know, it's just bittersweet. I guess I'm just grateful for life today, you know, for the sovereignty of God to go before us and so that we wouldn't be home.
Not only has it left a lot of physical scars in this landscape here, but it's left some mental ones as well. A lot of fear exists whenever there is a storm that comes through, especially among children. In Taylor County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Taylor County emergency officials say the tornadoes caused millions of dollars in damages. First responders in Pikeville gave back to the community by making sure kids have basic school supplies and other needs. The Pikeville Police and Fire Department's First Responder Outreach Program recently donated $10,500 worth of gift cards to Family Resource and Youth Service Centers throughout the county, giving $500 to every school in the Pike County School District as well as the Pikeville Independent District. Dorton Elementary School is one of the more than 20 schools that received these donations, and the school's Family Resource Coordinator says it was a huge blessing, especially this time of year.
It cannot be understated. It is a huge blessing to all of us. We cannot thank them enough for what they've done for us and what they've done for the children. Just to be able to provide those basic needs.
Hurley added that these funds will not only be used for school supplies, but emergency clothing and shoes, as well as hygiene products. We'll have more from Dorton Elementary and hear from Pikeville PD tonight at 5:30.
Well, a soggy scene all throughout the mountains today. In fact, most of us, all of us really, seeing showers at this hour. But we do have some break time on the way. There's a look outside right now from I-64 at Moorhead, mid-40s outside. One of the cooler spots, the further north that you go, the cooler we're seeing temperatures. It's not nighttime in downtown Whitesburg yet. It must be a little rain on the lens somewhere in the mix. Upper 40s up north and low 50s to even middle 50s as you head further south at this hour. Dew points more than capable of producing some of those rain showers. And yes, animating it, it's just been a soggy afternoon. But you notice that back edge approaching Richmond area right now, so we'll start to see an increase in the dry weather as we head through tonight. You see the back edge there, but a few more showers trying to get going across central Indiana as this latest system pushes through the mountains. For us tonight, we'll get a break. Can't rule out a scattered shower, but we'll get a break into the low to middle and upper 40s for overnight lows. The details on when we return to some soggy conditions in a few minutes. Steve?
Right, Evan, thanks. As the crackdown on TikTok by state governments grows, the FCC commissioner is calling for an outright ban on the app in the United States. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez has more.
Troubles expanding for TikTok in the United States, with Texas and Maryland joining South Dakota, South Carolina, and Nebraska and prohibiting the use of the app on government-issued devices. Indiana's Attorney General has now filed 2 lawsuits against the social media giant for allegedly exposing minors to mature content and deceiving users about China's access to their data.
The Biden administration is focused on challenge of certain countries, including China, seeking to leverage digital technologies and America's data in ways that present unacceptable national security risk.
The U.S. Committee on Foreign Investment has been in negotiations with China, trying to resolve concerns that Chinese government authorities could seek to gain access to the data TikTok holds on U.S. citizens.
The problem is with China, there's no distinction between the government and the private sector. Everybody works for the government one way or another.
FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr says the U.S. government should ban TikTok over national security concerns. Some lawmakers are sharing those sentiments.
But the Chinese are really into stealing data and collecting data. And this is one huge way to do that. And they're going to have every keystroke, everything you enter, every comment. I think it is very dangerous.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
TikTok says it's confident an agreement can be reached to satisfy national security concerns. The Keystone Pipeline system has been shut down after a leak was discovered near the border of Kansas and Nebraska. The pipeline is a 2,700-mile system that delivers Canadian and U.S. oil to major refineries across America. Canada's TC Energy announced it launched an emergency shutdown of the pipeline last night after alarms triggered and pressure dropped in the system. TC Energy said in a statement there has been a confirmed release of oil into a creek south of Steel City, Nebraska, and that they are working to contain and prevent the leak from spreading further. After the announcement of the pipeline shutdown, U.S. oil prices climbed 4% higher to nearly $75 a barrel this morning. Coming up on First at 4, McDonald's is offering a promotion that will have many folks saying, "I'm loving it," but only for a very limited time.
Yet more wet weather on the way as we head into parts of the end of the work week and the weekend. Details on just how much in a few minutes.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the category.